Hi, my name is Vikki Hill and I'm Project Associate for Creative Mindsets here at University of the Arts London, and I'm delighted to welcome Dr Theo Gilbert, who is the Senior Lecturer in the Centre for Academic English and School of Humanities at the University of Hertfordshire. Welcome. Hi. Hi. Right. Well, so we've been talking, Theo, obviously about your work on compassion, and I wanted to ask you about resilience. We have aligned the Creative Mindsets project with our creative attributes here at UAL, and the creative attributes framework are attributes that we would like to develop in our graduates. So we've located that within resilience because we think it's an important aspect for our students to be thinking about how they deal with failure and risk, and how might this fit in with the work and the research that you've been doing?
Well, the research and the work that I'm doing is very much based on the work of the Compassionate Mind Foundation, which looks at a psychobiological model for compassion and how it works in the brain. So very, very indebted to the work of that foundation, and we're very proud to be affiliated to that on the Compassion in HE website, which has a lot of resources if anybody is interested in assessing compassionate microskills. Now, how do they, as you said, how do they feed into resilience? Very important. As you know, students are under tremendous pressure to perform. And one of the difficulties is that one of the key sort of themes of the day for all of us is to keep maintaining our self-esteem. But Neff and Kingston and Paul Gilbert and many others have done a lot of work on that and come to the conclusion that self-esteem, very rationally they come to the conclusion that self-esteem depends on your measuring your performance against that of somebody else or against that of others in some aspect or another. So I'm the best looking, or I'm the most socially, on social media I have the most likes, or I'm achieving the best grades at school, in college, university. The problem with self-esteem is that you can be knocked off your perch before close of business on the same day. You never know what's around the corner, and then you crash and burn. This is unsustainable. Self-compassion, on the other hand, is to witness that critical bullying voice that's trying to kick you, up the ladder of self-esteem, and say, hold on a minute, why not let's reframe this to be a much kinder, warmer voice, actually witness that voice. Again, this is largely a lot of this is coming from the work of Paul Gilbert, a clinical professor in the NHS, who asks people to just witness what they're saying to each other, reframe it, and start to talk to themselves in a warm and kind voice. And that means that people are actually better able to down-regulate their internal threat system, their anxiety system, that is on 24 hours a day. We even dream of things that make us anxious or upset. And it's there for evolutionary reason. But self-compassion is very good at down-regulating that, calming that down, so that cognitive critical thinking can come through. And that is resilience, because it means that in a rational voice, you can fail, get up and try again, and fail and get up and try again. Your rational voice can see that it's not the end of the world, and this is what builds resilience. And I'm so pleased to say that, for example, at the University of Hertfordshire, there's a very successful workshop going on there. I know this because of feedback from students, that's being run by a lady called Teresa Raven in our Student Wellbeing Centre, and it is on self-compassion for students, self-compassion. And when people are calmer with themselves, kinder, warmer to themselves, they are actually able to make more trusting and willing connections with others, as well as focus more on the target subject in groups.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that, Theo. Thanks.